I think we have some of the initial building blocks should court want to put together a package here. And to take something to the voters, we don't need every project spelled out. But I do think it's helpful to have some projects identified. We outlined in our item 4 potential categories, which I'll go through briefly. One is public safety, roads and transportation, and parks, as you mentioned, and then finally flood control. And I think we all know the $2.5 billion issued or approved in 2018. Even if we leverage it to $5 billion with $2.5 billion of other people's money, it's a fraction of what we need. Still, about 75% of the authority we have has not been encumbered or spent. So I think what this court will have to weigh is if there's support to go out again, which I suspect there is, what's the right timing?
Right? I have no concerns, especially at about $1 billion.
You need to fully inform the electorate of what you're doing. That doesn't mean you have to identify every project, but you really do need to, in a transparent way, be sure that you hit all the right points.
At $1 billion, what would that mean to the average homeowner?
The average tax rate would go up. It's 0.0108.
Maybe, I know
it's about 20. It'd be about $27 is the
for the average.
That's correct.
And the value of the average home.
Yeah.
If you know what's the price of the average home in our county?
I'm not 100%
I know
sure.
I don't have my.
In my mind, what happened with the flood bond was let's just pick some projects, some projects, however many in whichever part of town. But when you pull them all together, of course it moves the needle, but it doesn't solve the flooding problem. What should have happened is this is the problem we have. What's it going to take to solve it? And based on that, we developed the project.
Even if we come back after the election, it's going to be a challenge for somebody then. And by the way, Commissioner Ramsey, I particularly admire if we put something up, these 3, because they're on the ballot. And I'm going to see how much planning, how you going to feel about the planning when your name is on the ballot, big boy. We'll see.
Well, you keep making this some political calculus, Commissioner.
Everything.
Maybe so. But I would like to think at some point it's
So I'd say order and programs and initiatives in August. More details on how it can be spent can evolve for the election.
Okay, we'll move on to, so that's no action. We'll move on to item